Rami expecting a video because I'll enjoy today's video. If you are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button as I want to hit 9,000 subscribers by the end of August and 14K by the end of the year. And if you don't understand why I'm remastering this What If, it's because, well, we have hit 8,000 subscribers. This is basically my 8,000 subscriber special, though you may be wondering why I'm repeating this What If. It's because I had promised you guys, my fans, that every 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers, I would make a What If that I believe got me to where I am today, and that What If today seems to be this one. What if Naruto had all Dojutsu? And by 10K, knock on wood that I get that far, we will be making What If Naruto was adopted by Kakashi and Guy, the first What If I ever made on the channel. But thank you for the recent support, and this is the 8,000 subscribers special. And with that being said, we can now hop into the video. Naruto is going to be born, just like he had in canon, but the difference being is that nobody's going to be there. Minato is not able to make Hiruzen promise to take care of Naruto, and really just nobody's there, except for Orochimaru. You see, Orochimaru had just so happened to be visiting the village, and as the chaos had ensued and the Nine Tails had been basically just rampaging everywhere, he had managed to grab a few experiments, if you will. Because, like we all know, or like we should all know, Orochimaru tends to kidnap people and start experimenting on them. That's basically how he became a rogue ninja. And he sees that Minato and Kushina's child was just born. Nobody's there. He swoops in, takes Naruto. They then go back to his hideout as Orochimaru puts Naruto in a test tube. Naruto is going to get all Dojutsu from an experiment. Basically, Orochimaru is going to kidnap Naruto and start experimenting him, or basically, starting to experiment on him like he did with most promising children of the Leaf Village. But instead of just doing some random things with Naruto, he would decide to make Naruto his greatest experiment. By that I mean, he would add Senju, Uchiha, Hyuga, and Shinoike DNA. If you don't know the Shinoike clan, it is where the Katsuryagan originates from. I just wanted to mention that because not a lot of people talk about the Katsuryagan. Not a lot of people actually know about it. But it is a dojutsu, and if you really want to know more about it, just look it up. There's a lot of stuff on it. Anyways, Naruto would then start to grow, as Naruto would be in a water-like chamber for about 9 years of his life, where he would finally emerge with the power of 6 clans flowing through his veins. Those clans being the Great Uzumaki clan, which gives Naruto a powerful life force, and the Great Namikaze clan, which, well, is just his father's bloodline, which he was born with, and the Senju clan, which gives him immense healing factor, the Uchiha, which gives him the ability to use the Sharingan, the Hyuga clan, which gives him the ability to use the Hyuga's famed Byakugan, and the Shinoike clan, which he wasn't born with, but allows him to use the Katsuryagan and to manipulate iron in people's blood. Naruto would then emerge with the Rinnegan within his right eye and the Tenseigan in his left. Orochimaru would immediately perk up and run to the room that Naruto was in, as he was so happy that Naruto had finally emerged. You see, Naruto over time had started to wake up within his water-like chamber, if you will. So he knew that Orochimaru had been experimenting on him, and he saw a lot of people come and go in the room that he was in, as well as the fact that there was many other test tubes, if you will, nearby. So he saw many children with him, if you will. I don't know how to really explain that, but basically, he really is astonished and surprised at his surroundings and everything that's new to him, because right now, he has the Rinnegan, so he's kind of seeing different, if you will. He also has the Tenseigan in his other eye, so like everything's just different to him, right? And he could see chakra with the Rinnegan technically, so he's just kind of like just seeing everything in a different light. Naruto would then look at Orochimaru, as Orochimaru would basically claim that Naruto is his son and that he's finally awakened. Naruto, for the longest time, would now be raised by Orochimaru. He's going to be raised by Orochimaru for about 3 years, making Naruto, well, since he's 9 right now, 12 years old. Naruto throughout these years would train so hard that he managed to unlock all of his dojutsus, and he was so skilled with it that he was able to actually activate each of them whenever he saw fit. Orochimaru was pleased with Naruto, seeing him as the perfect experiment, the greatest experiment he had ever made. But one day, a man had showed up at Orochimaru's hideout. This man, well, it's a boy, but it's a man. By that I mean Itachi Uchiha. Itachi Uchiha had showed up at the hideout and had basically just easily defeated Orochimaru. He would then look around, seeing Naruto, who immediately got up and, well, I guess you could say got into attack mode / defense mode, as he saw who he knew as his father, Orochimaru, just get injured, as he was then enraged. Itachi would quickly evade Naruto's attacks as he realized the immense speed that the kid had, that kid being Naruto. Itachi would then decide that he doesn't want to mess around, as he saw the Sharingan appear in Naruto's eyes, which really took him back a lot. "Who are you?" Itachi would ask. "I am Naruto, son of Orochimaru." Orochimaru's son? That doesn't make any sense. Do you have a mother? Do you know your mother? No, I don't. I only know my father, Orochimaru. Such lies. They irritate me. Itachi would then tell Naruto that Orochimaru is not his father. Naruto would be taken back by this, as he didn't really understand what Itachi was saying, and just saw it as Itachi, I guess you could say, bluffing. But Naruto would soon come to realize that Itachi was not bluffing. His face expression had not changed, heck, he hadn't even moved a muscle, as Itachi would then begin to continue to speak. "Naruto, that is your name, is it not?" Yes. "Tell me, why? Why do you think that Orochimaru is your father? It makes no sense. Answer me this." "Yeah, go on." "When you were born, or quote-unquote born, did you remember everything that happened?" "Yeah, I was pretty wet, if I can remember." He's wet because he was in the test subject type thing, right? So he's going to be pretty wet. "And my clothes were starting to dampen, and I saw a man. I saw my father for the first time. Orochimaru." Do you think that most people remember the time that they were born?" No. My father always told me I was special. Am I not?" "The dojutsu of yours is truly special." This is nothing. Now, Rinnegan." Naruto would quickly switch his eyes to the Rinnegan, as Itachi would drop his jaw, but only for a moment, as he would regain his composure. "How surprising. I never knew you had such a dojutsu. So, let me explain why Orochimaru is not your father. You see, Orochimaru experiments on many people. Being his quote-unquote son, you should know that many people come in and out of this hideout, and many do not return. That is because they die. They do not have the proper genetics to withhold any sort of experiments that Orochimaru puts them through. But many live. Maybe 10%, maybe more. I'm not sure on the true number. Though I am sure that he is not your father. You, Naruto, you do not belong to this man Orochimaru. You are a native of the Leaf Village. I am sure of it." "Are you sure?" I guess you could call it a hypothesis. But let's test it." Itachi would then awaken his Sharingan or activate it, as he's not really awakening it, but activating it, as he would then put Naruto under a genjutsu as they made eye contact. Naruto would look at where he was and what he was doing, as he would be looking at an infant with blonde hair and rosy cheeks as he was being held by a man with blonde hair and a woman with red hair. Who are these people? Naruto thought to himself. And why are they holding a baby that looks like what I may have looked like? Naruto, are you so foolish that you don't even know what your parents look like? These are them. I've backtraced your memories. You were never born with Orochimaru. Is this real? Your voice, it paused for a moment. It seems to me like you are strong. Powerful enough to make my genjutsu not as potent as it should be. But that is fine. Just watch. You see Orochimaru walking up to you and taking you from the arms of your then dead parents? No. It can't be. Orochimaru is my father, and the only father that I will ever know, the only father that I will ever have. This is insane, absurd. Listen to the words that Minato, your father, and Orochimaru had exchanged. Who is that? Oh, I am Orochimaru. Why, can you not see my face? I'm afraid not. It seems to me like the Reaper has already started to take my soul. Do you mean the Reaper? Like the Reaper of Death? Yes, Orochimaru. You should be familiar with it, as I know that you study many jutsu. And since I can't see any other ninja around, I'll suspect that you're the only one here. If so, please take Naruto and run. Please take Naruto and give him a life that I cannot. Why are you asking me that? Do you not know who I am? Do you not know that Hiruzen had tracked me down and seen what I was doing to many children of the Leaf Village and experimenting on them? Do you not know that I am a rogue ninja? I am fully aware. And I feel dumb to make this decision. Heck, I feel dumb to even entrust you to it. But Naruto cannot grow up without a father. He cannot grow up without emotional support. He needs somebody to lean on. Somebody to love him. Orochimaru would then smirk as he would tell Minato that, though it may not be the time, he has decided that he will raise his son. But, Minato, Orochimaru would speak. How will you repay me? Asking somebody who's gonna die how they'll repay you? How Orochimaru like? I don't know. I don't really know. Just do it out of the kindness of your heart, will you? Whatever. It'd be an honor to raise a former Hokage's son. Now, his name is Naruto, right? Yes, it is Naruto. I had thought about naming him Menma, but I decided I do not care what you decided, Minato. May you rest in peace. Minato would then smile, as he would be happy that Naruto would have a father and would be raised how a normal child should be raised. Naruto, live on. Continue my legacy, Minato thought to himself. He also realized how dumb he was in entrusting somebody like Orochimaru with his son and thinking that he'd grow up as a normal boy, but laughed it off and just wished for the best. Naruto, watching this, would break down in front of Itachi within this genjutsu, as Itachi would tell Naruto that he is a Leaf Village ninja. Naruto's whole world had shattered. Everybody who he had met was gone. They really meant nothing to him, due to the fact that they only meant something to him because of Orochimaru, who was his father at that time, but he had just realized that Orochimaru wasn't his true father. He was what you could call a fraud. How do you know all this? How don't I know that this is just some illusion? It is an illusion, Naruto. You're so flustered that I know it must be true. Because even you, a 9-year-old boy, well, you would know that this is a genjutsu. You wouldn't think twice about it. Because you can't relive your life. Your life has been a lie. Though I am no longer allied with the Leaf, I promise that if you come with me, I can help you. Also, Naruto still has the 9 tails within him. I want to make that very clear because I did not state that in the beginning of the video. I can help you, Itachi would say. Help me how? I can rid you of Orochimaru, and you can live a normal life. Heck, what have you done throughout these years? Think back on it, Naruto. What have you done with Orochimaru? I've trained. Yes, trained, and trained. That's about it, is it not? Naruto had realized the truth behind Itachi's words as he would ask Itachi to help him. He would then get on his knees and start to beg, Itachi, please, help me, but rid me of this reality. Help me. It is hard to do what you are asking me. I cannot just rid you of this reality. I cannot and will not rid you of these memories. And I can promise you this, though. You will return back to the Leaf Village, where you will be shown kindness. As much as you can, Itachi thought to himself. Though, because you do have that pale beast within you, it might be a bit harder for people to take a liking to you. Orochimaru would then wake up, because basically Itachi had put, sorry for the noise in the background, Itachi had put Orochimaru in the genjutsu, and Orochimaru had just woken up. As he would look around, realizing what had happened, as he would immediately try to run to where Itachi and Naruto should be. Itachi would realize that Orochimaru's chakra was approaching his own, as he would quickly release the genjutsu. Naruto would then fall to the ground with tears in his eyes, as Itachi would now stand with one hand out of his Akatsuki robe. Orochimaru, I thought you would learn. You are not getting my eyes, and you are not stopping me. Now, Sharingan. Orochimaru would quickly close his eyes, but as you may know, some genjutsu are just too potent that even when you close your eyes, you're not really getting away from it. And the problem that occurred was that he did not close his hearing. Itachi had just used an auditory genjutsu. I don't think that this is too unlikely, though it may be a bit unlikely, but I think that he should have an auditory genjutsu, judging by the fact that he is a genjutsu master, a prodigal genjutsu user, somebody who should in theory have genjutsu that is auditory, or instead of auditory, if you don't know what that word means, it's just, I guess you could say, musical, or just like how I'm talking to you, like he says a genjutsu. It's hard to explain, but with that being said, Itachi would then grab Naruto, putting him on his back as he would walk out of the hideout. Kisame would then ask who the boy on his back was, because Kisame was basically waiting outside for Itachi, as Itachi had told Kisame that if he wasn't out in about 30 minutes, then he should check on them. Kisame would then bat an eye at this, as he would continue to pressure Itachi about who the child was. It's not every day that an Akatsuki member just walks out with a child on their back. Itachi would then explain, this man, or this boy I should say, his name is Naruto. Naruto, huh? What an interesting name. Look at him. He's not related to you, is he? Of course not. How could you be so foolish to even think that? Do you not see our hair resemblance? Do you not see our power resemblance? I see. Now, like I was saying before, Kisame, His name is Naruto. You can go back to headquarters, but... Huh. You mean the hideout? Yeah. But go on, Itachi. But even if you do go back, I will be returning this boy to his rightful village. But Itachi, that makes no sense. Why would you return this filth back to his rightful village? I understand kindness, but don't you think this is going a bit too far? Kisame, you belong to the Mist Village, or at least you used to, did you not? Yes, and? Well, then you'd know how much a village means to you. You'd know the nostalgia you get when you see it. You have a point, but what does that matter? Clearly, this boy hasn't been to his village. That's the point. He's missed out on it. He hasn't had that. And you care? Yes, I do. But that's not on our agenda. We were supposed to defeat Orochimaru, then ask him to join the Akatsuki, or at least get every bit of information that he had on the Akatsuki. We weren't sent here to take some boy back to his village. Kisame, do you remember what options you were given when you joined the Akatsuki? I think it was pretty simple. We worked for an organization that's goal is to bring about world peace. And to do so, they must obtain all 9 Biju. Yes, you are right. But do you remember a little something else? About every Akatsuki member being able to pursue their dreams and desires? Let's just say Kakuzu's dream was to collect money, as he is, well, I guess you could say, money organizer. Since Kakuzu kinda actually is, he deals with all the money and funds that the Akatsuki gets and things of the sort. But let's just say that his dream was to collect money. He would be allowed to do that and would be able to disregard the agenda of the Akatsuki. We were given that choice. That was the main reason why some of us joined. Sasori, for example, is able to pursue his art while working under us as an organization. I see your point. Well, I shall now return this boy. I suggest you return to the hideout. Whatever you say, Itachi. Kisame and Itachi would then part ways, as Itachi would arrive at the village gate a day later, as Itachi is pretty quick, and Orochimaru's hideout isn't too far away from the Leaf Village, but it's decently far away, enough to make Itachi have to spend a day trying to get there. Itachi would then tell Naruto that this is farewell, that this is the last time that they should see each other, and if they do see each other again, it might be on the battlefield, it might be against one another. Naruto, I suggest you find out where the 3rd Hokage is. And I suggest you ask him to tell you about Minato and Kushina. Remember that. I also suggest for him to tell you about the ninja world. See if you're interested in it. A boy like you with so much power. You'd be a prodigy, Itachi thought to himself. Now. Go. Start your life from here. Start over. Itachi would then leave, as everybody had basically just saw him leave this boy and just walk away. And everybody knew of Itachi's face. Some had even served with him on many battlefields and were just astonished. Especially the village guards, who had basically just been bombarded with the extreme amount of bloodthirst and bloodlust coming off of Naruto and Itachi. Itachi had only done this so that no villagers had really questioned him. He didn't want to answer any questions. Heck, he didn't even want to take up any of his time, especially in case Sasuke was there. He didn't want to meet Sasuke, especially knowing that Sasuke might be mentally unstable, at least a little bit, from the genjutsu that he had put him under. Itachi would then look behind him, as he would say under his breath, farewell. And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto at All Dojutsu Part 1. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, share the video to our friend Alex What Ifs, or just anime content in general. Subscribers, I want to hit 9,000 subscribers by the end of August. And 40K by the end of the year. And with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. And if you want to, you could tell me some what if suggestions is that you guys would want done, and maybe your thoughts and feelings about the video. And if I don't do those what if suggestions on this channel, I'll probably do them on my second channel. But with that being said, Rami X. Oh.